About all your friends are dancing at the hot spots. You sitting over in the corner somewhere acting like you're having fun but afraid that you're going to bump into somebody from your church. All preaching good already. And so what happens then is, while everybody else is really vibing and they're wilding out, you're sitting there afraid to really let go because you know that this is not God for me. And what happens is you allow people to jack up your life. Can I say jack up in church? Sorry. That's what happens. You let people forfeit the plan of God in your life. Let me give you a quick story. Wait a minute. I may have told you all the story. When I first came to you in Selbyville, those of you that are from the Atlanta group, I think I told you the story about Esau and Jacob. And how Jacob was in the house fixing some beans. Esau was in the field. Esau was the oldest son, so he got it all anyway when Dad died. He had the birthright. He comes in from working, says to Jacob, hey man, let me have some of these beans. Jacob, some may want to call him a trickster. Some may want to call him smart, I don't know. Says, I'll tell you what, if you give me the birthright, I'll give you some beans. Esau said, what is a birthright to me when I'm hungry? So Esau forbid the promise to fulfill his flesh. And let me tell you something. When you allow people to come into your life and minister to your flesh, you forfeit the promise of God. What does that mean? That means, as I live holy for God, there are some things that I'm going to have to give up in order to live holy. I can't drop it like it's hot and be holy. I mean, I know your parents are in the room tonight. That doesn't bother me. Okay? You can't speak the language. You can't curse and have a filthy mouth and live holy. It's not going to happen. Jesus says, how can blessings and curses come out of the same fountain? Bitter and sweet water? Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So the plan of God for your life is for you to not be frustrated. The only way you're not going to be frustrated is that you live one way or the other. I know plenty of friends. We grew up living in church, but we lived like a mess. No, just sin. Why go to hell in the church? Why? And listen, if I had resolved that I wasn't going to live for God, I would not do it in the church. You know what I mean? Why have the restrictions and all the people looking at you crazy? Why bother? I'll just go to the club, do my thing, go to hell. So what we want to do is we want to make Pastor Thomas think that we're living right. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, yeah, you finished the sentence. And anyway, let me get to my text. Listen, in this particular text, we should really quick background. The children of God, the Israelites, are in Babylonian captivity. Okay? They're in captivity because they did what God told them not to do. So they were in punishment.